scrapbook inside empty and unfinished, with nothing to put in it. At least he had thought. His plate pocket wrapped around like a snake. How thankful he was. How thankful for that. 15 scars mean nothing to him. Then nobody's failed. It's just the way it is. It's just a song. But if these chords are for comfort, he might realize he's not alone. Never much of a go-getter. He had realized he's late, but striving to be happy was his only goal. His cat, it was love. Nothing was better. The scrapbook was starting, the scrapbook was left out. The scrapbook was starting, he scrapped and threw out his doubt. If these scars mean nothing to him, then nobody's failed. It's just the way it is, it's just a song. But if these chords are for comfort, he might realize he's not alone. But if these chords are for comfort, he might realize he's not alone. But if these chords now offer comfort, he already knows he's not alone. But if these chords now offer comfort, he already knows he's not alone.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, I feel this light.
Oh.
Cool. Hey, how's everyone doing? Can you hear me? Us? Let us know.
I'm sorry.
And there's a delay, so we'll wait and find out in a moment.
Yeah.
Cool. So, this is... Thank you for joining us. This is a live stream, like our 4th ever live stream. Still a little bit nervous. Where we're going to announce the winner of our PO-20 Pocket Operator bippity bip giveaway. Yes, loud and clear. Awesome. Where are the rest of the people out? Yes, that is the story of the Boxtape channel. We're working hard though. We're working hard. It'll happen.
Working very hard.
Cool. A lot of people tend to catch these after the fact to find out if they were the lucky winner. So we've had a few giveaways before. We had the first one was for
Viber.
yeah, like a guitar pedal. Guitar
Yeah.
pedals are obviously very, very cool, and that was a Viber like chorus reverb,
Thing.
something like that. And then last time we gave away some ukuleles. Count them 3, and that was good.
Four
Four.
ukuleles.
3 and a bonus ukulele. We should be more central, right? Yeah. It's live. And this is the third giveaway.
Yeah.
PO-20. It's just such a cool little thing, isn't it? Who wouldn't want it? Little portable synth. It is truly very cool. Anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to get to the winner just as soon as we can, but first of all we wanted to fill some people in on a couple of things that we're doing, which is basically continuing the channel as we have been for the past. So we've been going for a year and a half?
About a year and a half. We've been uploading regularly, like every week, for about a year now.
Yeah.
Hello, hello. Thank you for joining.
Welcome. Yeah, so quick history of Boxtape, I guess. So Kat and I, we're just musicians. Kat's more of the mastermind behind the strategy. There is a plan around Boxtape. We were in a band before called Hand, which we mentioned on the last video, which was like a prog metal band. Handtheband.com, now defunct, but I guess originally we wanted to have a band that was easier to play live, because kind of prog gigs are it's fairly difficult to dance to prog. It can be difficult to find enough other bands in the crowd to put something like that on. And like it's a bit, you can't just play in a small venue because you've got huge drum kits with octa bands. Look up octa bands if you want to, like a billion toms and like a pedal board. My pedal board, how big was it?
Your pedal board has been bigger than some stages that we've played on. That's a problem.
Yeah, but it's all about textures and effects. You know, we did the interesting thing, not just noodly wankery, and it was good, and it was very good. We did a good few albums, but we wanted something that was a bit easier to play live and actually just get out there more. So with just the two of us, it's easier to organise. Grown-ups have jobs and stuff. And yeah, so it was like, what should we do? I don't know, we'll try an acoustic electric thing and go for something like bluesy electric guitar and acoustic. Since then it's kind of got a bit crazy in terms of creativity and different instruments, but the kind of the core is still there for building interesting stuff, textures. We're trying to catch people out less, not trying to trip people up. Like, you can't jog to prog. Don't jog to prog. It's a health hazard. But hopefully you can kind of get into it a bit more with the Boxtape stuff. And then you had a chance meeting.
I did. I did. I had to think at that point. Yes, I had a chance meeting with a guy called Damo, which if you follow our Instagram, you would have seen I posted a picture of me reading his book today. Damien Keys.
Yeah, this guy. He's a great guy. If you're a musician, find him on Facebook. His new book's out. Musician and Band Advice. And there was a seminar that Kat was invited to. Oh, that's a bit weird. Yeah. Definitely a bit commercial now, but that's very cool because you need to have a plan for these things. Anyway, Damo's very cool. And off the back of that, inspired to do YouTube, right?
Yeah, so basically he was like, the music industry is rubbish currently. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're on it, thank you.
10, 9, 7, 5. How's that?
There we go, try that.
Cool.
So,
thank you.
Yeah, he was like, the music industry is in chaos and the best way to get ahead now is basically videos and YouTube, and he's very adamant that not enough bands or musicians utilise it as a platform to get seen and heard. I mean, you get producers that use it and you get people that do music tutorials, but you don't really get bands that use it. So we took it upon ourselves to dedicate our life to YouTube for a bit to see if anything would happen. So that's what we're in the middle of.
So we're still getting there. I mean, it's been good. We've done close to 100 videos. We should do something for 100 videos. But if you imagine each one takes 20, 30 hours.
Some of them 40, 50 hours.
We've had to learn to work quickly, and it's learning new skills. So it's learning writing songs quickly, recording songs quickly, putting videos together from scratch. So that's a good skill. Editing, grading, all that stuff. So it's been kind of bit invigorating, and I think if anyone's ever thought of doing YouTube videos, the best thing you can do is just like start doing it and playing around, because like you can use your phone to begin with. It's fine. It's what you're recording that's more important. We do kind of like the technical side as well. Obviously I like mixing and learning production and making things sound just so, and I've been fiddling this light in front of me because it's important to get videos looking as good as they can, but it's like a bright sunny day, we're inside and it's all confusing and the lights are all over the place, so it's a little frustrating. So you need to also chill out. It's still a skill I'm learning. Anyway, so in that vein, as we hinted at, I think in the last couple of videos, we've been a bit introspective. So we've been doing a fair few videos where it's not necessarily music videos, it's music related. So we did like the mic shootout, which I thought was kind of cool. We went to a nice posh studio, they had some nice mics. Why not, share some of the things we learned there with everyone else? Why not? And we've done some other bits like our most successful video, I plugged a guitar into the Roland JDXi synth, and something about that keyword, Roland JDXi guitar, it's our most successful video by
nearly 12,000 views on this.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like much, but for us, you know, most of our videos get a few hundred, and that one just every single day, hundreds and hundreds of views, and it's great, but we're not really like here's some gear sort of channel. We're trying to do, here's the interesting side of music, here's some cool music, and the bit behind it. So yeah. Anyway, so we wanted to try and get back a bit to actually making music, because you can, like, we did a series called Cool Music Thing, and we tried to do at least every other week a cool music thing, like a weird effect, a weird bit of equipment or something like that. But if all you're doing is making videos, bearing in mind it takes tens and tens of hours a week, how do you come across cool music stuff without just doing a Google and like, oh, here's a cool music thing someone else found and now I'll make a video about it? It didn't feel particularly
and then
genuine, creative.
Because at that point we were doing two videos a week. We just weren't writing music at all, because all we were doing was filming a video, making a video, releasing it, filming another video.
Yeah.
So the music kind of got put on hold, which was the whole point of the channel, was supposed to be us doing cool music. So we had to sort of shake it up a bit.
So in that vein, shaking it up, let me do this. Is it going to work? Woo! Trello. I should have picked the board first. So what we're doing is getting organised. I'll move myself. So we got this idea that we would try and get a video out a week. Well, obviously we've been doing a video a week, but if we can, a song out every week with an interesting video. So there's a lot of things you need to do. You need to have an idea, you need to write the music, write the lyrics. You can kind of see there's a bit of a thing here. Maybe I'll zoom it a bit. You need to record all the parts, and you need to edit, mix, record a video, edit a video. So we've got this for keeping track of it all. Don't want to be like too super structured and say we are a song production robot machine thing, but it's good to be organised. It's good to mix it up as well. Like, oh right, I think I'll write some lyrics now. What songs need lyrics? If you don't like follow Andrew Huang on YouTube, you really should. He's great. He's like a proper professional producer who like earns proper money for it. He's done like 1 million albums, and he does so many really high quality YouTube videos. And he frequently says like he's got hundreds of unfinished songs, or thousands possibly, and he'll tweet out and say, what should I work on today? And, you know, pick a top level folder, now pick a sub level folder, now pick a weird song name, and then he'll just work on that track. So it doesn't feel too bad, because I think we're in good company in terms of being organised and having loads of stuff. Anyway, talking too much. So you can kind of see here, we might make this Trello board public or something, but Boxtape is awesome. And we've got a load of ideas for tracks, and they might be something as simple as washing machine duet. We have a washing machine that when it finishes plays a pretty awesome little tune, so there's a video in that, I'm sure. Next Labo cover, we've got this little thing. I won't even say it, but you get the idea there. Another JDXI guitar song, so the same super searchable thing. You know, JDXI guitar, but an actual interesting track. Series song, that was a lyric idea I had when we were at VidCon the other month. And it's got cool emojis. Anyway, so at the moment, within these next two columns, music and lyrics, we've got a xylophone song, because we have a tubular xylophone.
We do. And
a pretty freaking cool idea with it, with actually a different pocket operator, not to hand, but the rhythm. It's got like a cool hip-hop beat that I got in there, with like a bit of swing and a bit of a brushes and a bit of a dragging sound. And xylophone, of course. Boxtape song, that's one where we've done a few video diaries. But that's coming together nicely. PO-20. PO-12. What's
the
PO-12?
rhythm one.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, I don't know the numbers. We've got three. We've got PO-12, we've got the arcade and Factory, which is like really weird, like old computer noises and floppy drives and stuff. That's a bit of a challenge, but it's really cool. We are recording this thing here. Oh yes, oh yes. It was nearly a similar related one, and we're going to give it a misleading title, if you know what I mean. And Shouty Bass Song. It's got a good title.
Yeah.
This track is nearly ready, so we will be seeing this particular number, codenamed Cosplay Girl, next week, and that's interesting in a few ways. We've actually got someone else helping us put together a very unique video for that, and actually it's on the playlist, and you might hear it in the background of this video, but yeah. Anyway, so that's what we're going for. We can also log time in Trello. So this one is a mere 17 hours. That's because we're not doing the video, someone else is, but the other ones, they'll progress as well. Because the point of this isn't to show off or say, you know, anything other than this is how we're choosing to work. It might be interesting for someone else. You know, that's what we're about. Interesting side of music. How does it all work? Because, like, you know, Andrew Kong, for example, not that I'm in love with him, maybe a little, but not completely. He reveals things about production, about how he works, you know, tips for being productive, and he does freaking awesome music as well. And that really works for us, so hopefully that kind of thing is cool for others. Cool, yeah, he is great, 100%, yeah, definitely. Cool! Alright, so that's what we've got there. You might see this other tab, Boxtape Competitions, so we'll switch to that in a mo, and I guess we'll do the reveal. But I need to take it away from there. What? Because you see everyone's details, or you see some things that you shouldn't see. Hi, Brian.
I think it's mine. We've got a question. Do both of you do the video music production?
It varies. So I do a lot of the... Let's get in the light. A lot of the mixing and production on audio, because, you know, I grew up playing with something called Jez Cola Buzz, which was like a really early... It's kind of based on trackers from the old Amiga, you know, Fast Tracker, all that stuff, days. And that was dicking about with music, basically electronic music. And then FL Studio, or Fruity Loops, when it was still called Fruity Loops, I bought that, and then FL Studio. And we did some demos with that, and basically that's my big thing to learn and get better at. It's great that you can learn something, put effort in, and make something sound better than it did before. You know, it's a source of learning, and my God, does it take a lot of hours and experience to get better. So that's kind of my challenge. Kat is the video master, really. It's interesting because there's a lot to do in the videos. You need to have an idea and then film it, and like, we've got the studio here, which is obviously in a house. A house only has so many rooms. There's a garden, yeah, and there's the town that we both live in. Finding interesting angles and shots that's not, oh, here's a wall, here's a slightly different version of that wall, here's, you know, a park bench and so on. We haven't done a park bench yet.
No.
So, yeah, in terms of audio, it's kind of, I do that. I do some of the video editing for the ones that are just me. Try and take it in turns.
Yeah. I do all the like the music videos, if you like, that kind of thing. We've done a couple where we've worked with an outside producer, but mostly it's just we'll have an idea and then I do all that side of it in terms of video, and then audio side, I suppose I'm more of the songwriter, so I will come up with the majority of ideas and get all the bass, sort of the lyrics done, all the acoustic guitar or bass or whatever, get the track sort of bare bones laid out, and then we kind of add to it together. Got
that progressive working on song thing. It's something I've learned. It's quite hard to write a song together, as in both take the first step then the second step. Someone obviously needs an idea, whether it's a rhythm or a harmony or a mood, and takes it somewhere, and then you can sort of play off and hand it back and forth. Yeah, Kat's mastermind of the songwriting and sort of, I'd say production in the old sense of the word. Like a music producer wasn't someone who mixed. They organised, put together a feel, I think, and said, you know, gave her artistic direction as well. Actually, I don't know if that's. I think that's true. So there's that overall vision and seeing it through in that way. I make up a part and see how it fits, and then adapt it, and, you know, trial and error. Kat can tend to just create and flow, which is pretty cool. And we both do a bit of social media. I set up this live streamy thing. Who wants a bit behind the scenes? This is the other screen. Yeah. So there's a technical side. Obviously, I'm gadgety, and that kind of side, I guess I take care of. But, you know, Pro Tools is a pain, but you're getting up to speed with Pro Tools now as well.
I'm getting there, yeah. It just frustrates me. It just
crashes.
Yeah, it just crashes and doesn't work. And I just yeah. I can use it basically, and I can use it enough to record demo stuff and do a bit of simple production on it. Yeah. But I'm not that fussed about getting in-depth. There's some pretty damn good stuff. A lot of the stuff, you know, that you'll make up makes it into the final track, of course. That's true.
The claps on the chiptune.
Yeah. Some of the Cosplay
lot
Girl.
of Cosplay Girl.
Most of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ableton Live. Yeah.
Ooh, questions.
Ableton Live. Thought about it.
We
because-
used it in our old band.
Yeah, well, my brother was in the old band as well. Hey, TJ, he's not watching, but you never know. Yeah, we did that. That was sort of synth. It's good for live. I think what you can't do with it is multiple takes on a track. So, say I'm doing like a improvised guitar section. I'll record it. Which way is it going to go? That way. I'll record a track and then give it a few goes and then pick the best improvised one on the same track. So you have a thing called playlist. There's a guitar track and there's 6 versions. And if you want to take the first section of that and the second section of another, you can do that. I don't know if Ableton Live can do that. Andrew Kwong, of course, uses Ableton Live and he uses it for everything, including recording. It might be worth another look. The other advantage is Ableton we could have on laptops. I guess you could run a Pro Tools on a laptop. I don't know about the licensing. It might be easy. It might be convenient to just mess around as opposed to having the whole big PC, noisy PC, which Pro Tools seems to need.
Right.
Another question.
Another
Oh, it can. Oh, thank you. I think it's worth another look. I like the look of Ableton when people are using it. It looks quite creative. Plus, you can just use probably do that with Pro Tools as well. Pro Tools is just old. It's bad because they're afraid to break things. You know, people have been using it since
forever.
Yeah, since forever, since digital audio workstations. I think since it was like a waveform editor tool back on the not Amiga. Was it the Amiga? I can't remember where Pro Tools first appeared, but it seems like it's so what's the word? Obfuscated, esoteric. Oh, there's two of my favourite words. It's just complex for the sake of it. Crashes and yeah. Worth another go then.
Right, another question. Thank you, Brian, for joining us, by the way. What genres are you most familiar with?
Ooh, familiar with. Well, I guess in terms of listening, give a bit of a backstory, you know, what we listen to a lot. There's a great band, probably both of our favourite band, is Hell is for Heroes, which is nothing like what we do.
It's post-hardcore.
Post-hardcore. They're making a comeback, actually. It's kind of emo, but before emo was meant what it means. Yeah, and before it was a thing. So we saw a great gig with Hell is for Heroes,
100 Reasons.
100 Reasons, and Biffy Clyro, if you believe it, in a tiny venue in Brighton, and before Biffy were big. And that kind of cemented it with Hell is for Heroes. So that's kind of post-hardcore, just freaking like balls out guitar, absolutely energy, emotion, and other things that you probably shouldn't put into words. It's just like we're both into like prog and metal stuff for a while.
Yep.
Like I really like Dream Theater when I was learning guitar, and like riffage and stuff like that. I'm trying to think what else was good there from that period. Tool. Tool are an amazing band. I used to like Muse, although people tend to say the older stuff. Origin and Symmetry is a great album. That genre, what genre is that? It's kind of rock now, but I don't know.
I was used to listen to like dance and trance stuff, and then it went into kind of rock and new metal. But then I also like quite weird female singer-songwriters, so like Kate Bush and Toya Wilcox and Imogen Heap and all that kind of malarkey in terms of what I listen to. In terms of playing, I suppose we're most familiar with prog and like metal, because that's what we did for years. And we're kind of getting to grips with the indie acoustic stuff, because that's something that we've never really done. This is just
yeah. I mean, honestly, for a while doing the prog metal and that kind of heavier riff like a proper heavy guitar with, you know, well done drums and like that proper rock quartet, but more riffage than rock, is just absolutely great. It's fantastic. Proper palm muty, chuggy, that kind of stuff. You can really get across a lot of stuff that I'm passionate about. The side of stuff, the kind of things we're doing at the moment, we probably used to turn our noses up at a bit and say, oh, it's verse chorus bridge. Who wants? It's too predictable, it's too boring, and that kind of thing. But it's completely not. And in terms of like proggy, sometimes it's just again, it's like being obtuse, like you're just
For the
gonna
sake of it.
for the sake of it, and certainly not for the sake of the song necessarily. It's kind of thinking music, or it's interesting. You're like, wow, I didn't expect that, and then that kind of thing. But with the kind of music we're doing now, it's more just what works, what sounds good. And how can we use instruments to build, again, textures and soundscapes? Textures, soundscapes is what we're going for. Still something unexpected, but
Yeah, I think I'll always have that element where I just want to do something weird in a song. Like, I don't think I could ever write just a really straight song, because there's always this part of me that just wants to throw something odd in there.
Yeah. It's always got to be interesting. I think even a lot of like the most popular pop songs, repetitive, quite straightforward, quite simple, but there's always something new going on. There's that trick of every new section introduce something. So we're just leapfrogging that a little bit. You always have a really weird bridge or something like that. Something should be interesting. Yeah. So I guess that's our goal. How do we get there? Good to experiment with all sorts of genres. Yeah, there's that as well, right? By trying something new, you're certainly, when you're playing one style for a long time, you get muscle memory and guitar, for example, your fingers really learn patterns, and it's just hard to break out of that sometimes. I actually, for a while, really didn't like playing. I played guitar for many years. I actually didn't like it. I didn't like the sound of a guitar anymore, just because, like, what else can you do once you've done chords, melodies, chuggy riffs and spiky bits? So it's always interesting to find a new angle, and Boxtape in this kind of style is that new angle for me.
I think going back down to a two-piece and not having a drummer is quite hard. It's like you have to be creative with how you use instruments and things to make things interesting. So I think that's been quite fun for me, is like, okay, what can I do with an acoustic guitar that's not just chords or just a bit of finger picking, or how can I use percussion in some way, or how can I use this thing to make it interesting without having like a proper drummer or proper drums in a track. Yeah,
let's face it, a good drummer can really make a track, a band, a gig, that kind of thing. And we don't have a drummer. Sometimes, we've had that soul searching bit. I don't think we want a drummer. I just don't think it wouldn't work. Like, who can be around every single week, practice all the time,
day.
Write all the time, that kind of thing. I think we got something fairly unique, that there's two of us. We've both got enough time to put this kind of stuff together. I think with three it might be very difficult. That said, drums are awesome. We try and get percussion in there. For some tracks we try and make sure it's something that we could play live, and for other things we'll bring in some other bits and pieces. We got the JDXI actually largely, and some of the PO goodness, for the purpose of having something so that we could do some
live,
kind of rhythm, percussion,
drum type stuff.
Yeah, so that's cool. I think, did we have another question? Where are the rest of the people at? Yeah. Have we played with the PO-33? The PO-33 is what we should have done a giveaway for, probably, because like absolutely everyone wants one. I saw on Reddit there was a whole load of places out of stock. It's I haven't even looked at that much. I think it's a sampley thing. I think I've seen some sort of hip hop stuff going on. PO-33. I'm actually too curious. I know you're watching me, but I'm going to read this. Metal PO-33.
Oh yeah, that's the series.
Let's do that. Wow, that's good. Is that still loading, or are they actually pixelated? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, but that'll be cool. I think it's good to tinker. I think if you have 40-second sampler, if you have all the tools right away, you might not try and be quite so creative with them. So having 3 POs and having done one track with this and another one in the works, the rhythm we've got in mind for one of the other tracks, 2 other tracks, Factory, got to do something with it. It's through, what's it called? Limitation is the thingy of creativity. I don't know the quote, but by limiting yourself, you come up with something interesting. So I think get the most out of these ones and then find a new interesting tool. It's like the making a song in an hour, making a song in 30 minutes, making a song in 20 minutes, and then blah blah blah. It's that limitation means something different would happen. You're not going to do it in the same way. before we did the YouTube, we used to do musical challenges.
Mm-hmm.
On a weekend, it would be, or like a few hours on a Saturday or something, come up with something.
It would be, okay, pick 2 random instruments and then write Pokemon battle music. Or something.
Yeah.
Like we literally did that.
Yeah, I've got that somewhere.
Just for laughs, just to see what we could do, and we did that for like every week
We did.
for a while.
It was not bad. There was a sort of weird. Someone I knew at work was going to make a video game, and they needed some music for their tower defense, something or other. So we did that. It was like ding 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 ding.
It was kind of folky, and it had like violin and orchestra and stuff on it.
Yeah, so it's good to do that sometimes. I mean, I don't know. The big dilemma. Here's the big dilemma with Boxtape. Are we making music? Are we like a band making music and putting music videos out? Or are we doing like music behind the scenes, educational, production-y stuff? Because they're like 2 different kinds of people. Do we target marketing, like people looking for gear and effects and production and that kind of thing? Or do we target indie music fans? Because it is a completely different thing, and I'd wonder sometimes if we're doing it wrong by going for 2 people. I don't think we are. I think that's just what we want to do. But like, it's weird with Andrew Hong as well. He's like prolific, massively productive musician, but he still does like really weird, Weird Gear is his series at the moment, like weird synths, and it's kind of a bit weird. Have we ever used a looper? I got a loop pedal for guitar. Use it mostly as a delay.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really done that. Like, haven't really built up the layers.
No.
But that is an awesome idea. When there's only 2 of us, so because there's only 2 chords, melody, harmony,
One of the tracks that's playing Tannhauser Gate, you probably won't know it though. I'll
play it.
Okay.
I think it's got an intro.
That at the end, that would require the use of a looper if we did it live.
That's right. Yeah, we wrote that and thought, it'd be great if there was another guitar track. And it's like, oh, but isn't it a bit cheaty? And then it wasn't.
But it wasn't because we've got a looper, so that we could, that we have kind of thought about it, but we haven't really done a full song where you build up every section and then, take it down again and all that.
How are we doing? 31 minutes, 47 seconds in, and we haven't done the winner
Have we talked enough yet?
Collabo on Instagram makes some really good PO-33 stuff that isn't just lo-fi hip-hop. Yeah, I've seen like one video on Instagram which was lo-fi hip-hop, I think linked on Pocket Operator subreddit. I'm going to look him up now, just so I don't forget. Collabo. I've spelt that wrong, clearly. Or potentially, yes I have. Coolabo. Nice, I'll look at that in a bit. Right, I think we should do the competition really, because let's face it, most people joined us for that. And first of all, I should have started with this earlier, sorry, but like a massive thanks. We are doing so well. It's great to find new people, and like it's not quite a bribe. We truly do want to say thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're hit 600 subscribers.
Woo! I think we're about 605, so that's cool. Our secret goal was 600 if we thought we could push it, and we just managed to get over that, so that's very cool. Thank you very much. Also, thank you to the people in the chat room.
Yes, thanks for joining us
and asking questions and having conversations, and that's very, very cool. Thank you.
Yes, I'll be in focus. Let's not worry about that. So yes, this is the prize. Eyes on the prize. You can see the light's a little weird. It's the PO-22 Pocket Operator. Obviously we put out some videos. Thank you very much to everyone who entered. I'm going to stare over this angle for a moment as we have a look. So some stats for y'all. Finished. It disappeared, but that's because it's finished. So 873 impressions, people visiting it, I guess. It's keeping the mic in focus, that's why we're not in. Don't worry about it.
Never mind.
187 people entered and did 519 actions. And what we do, I'll show you what we do in left hand side. So we get this. This is something called Gleam, gleam.io. We don't pay enough money, so it's just it's ended, and we don't get many options, but it does mean we can pick a winner. One prize left. We do not automatically draw winners. Press draw winners. I don't know how many personal details it's going to put on the screen, so I'll go back to my face. And should we do it?
Yep.
Really good luck. So thank you so very much to everyone who entered. Really appreciate you supporting the channel and joining us. And please don't be disheartened if you are not a lucky winner. We do so we've done, like I say, a few before. We will continue to do giveaways now and again. Hopefully though, you'll just hang around because maybe we're all right people, and maybe we'll do some cool music which you might like. Right, drawing 0%, drawing 100%, one winner's picked. So the winner is entry number 48. You don't get a ticket, I guess. Do you want to say the name of the winner? Or something not... No, with the full name? I don't know.
Okay, the winner goes by the name of Chris Dishong, who lives in USA.
In USA?
In the USA.
So... I would guess there's only one person called Chris. Congratulations, Chris.
Yep, well done.
And I guess, please don't be disheartened. Indeed, don't be disheartened, Jim Ducat and everyone else who joined. We are so very grateful that you joined us for this. But Chris, you are the lucky winner. We will be getting in touch. We've got an email address there. Oh, we've got a button here to verify their actions. What does that mean? Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. I think what, in case they were cheating? No one would cheat, would they? There we are. Congrats. Cool. So we'll be getting a PO-20 to you. Not this one, but a brand new one in a box. And it'd be great if Chris, you could send us like a video or an Instagram or something, so that we can show the world. And yeah, unboxing of his new PO-20. I tell you what, we'll suggest that to him. Thanks for that. That's a cool idea. And then we can share it with everyone. Okay. Well, we didn't have too much more to talk about. So no, I think at the beginning you'd asked about if we do a live jam. Maybe we'll do that next time or something. We didn't prepare that at all. What a great idea. We could do a preview of a new track or something. So maybe next time we do that. That's a cool idea. I think we will wrap it up there. I could say, are there any more questions? There's a slight delay, so it might be an awkward gap, but I'm definitely just talking nonsense now. So, thanks again, really appreciate it. Next week, we've got a pretty intriguing video, which will be, it's called Cosplay Girl. And it's going to be different from any other video we've ever done, because there's someone else doing it with some interest. It's got animation. It's something a little different. I won't give away too much more, but that'll be next Monday. We try and do videos every Monday at 7. And with that, you're not forgetting anything?
I don't think so.
With that, we didn't have any cats visit us. It's a shame. With that, thank you again. And we hope to see you very soon. Please hang around the channel, check out some videos.
Thank you for entering and for chatting and being lovely. And we shall see you very soon.
See you again.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Now I need to press the stop button so it's not awkward.
Where's the stop button?